Hey, Tribute Band Central. Hello, how is everyone doing today? We have another installment of my interview series, and we are honored to have Eric Vassy. He is the bass player for the Reflex. They are a Duran Duran tribute band. I had the pleasure of seeing them play just a few weeks ago at Mad Life, my home venue and one of my favorite venues, and they are going to be in Florida. So I have Chuck, my brother, who will be covering the concert. And Eric, welcome to the channel. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you so much. Rested and recovered from the weekend and all the driving. So
Absolutely. You guys had a big show down in Fort Lauderdale.
we did. We were at a place called Stage 954, which is a venue that is attached to the casino at Dania Beach, Florida. So it's a great room, probably 350, 400 people there. Saturday night. Great show. Crowd was awesome. So yeah, it went well. And then we drove across to Fort Myers the next day and did a show at a place called Mango Rita's. It's a rock club in Fort Myers, and they do tribute bands and some national touring acts. So another great venue. And then made the drive home yesterday. So
You guys have been busy. You have been
well, we
busy.
have been.
Well, and that's good to hear. I so enjoy what you're doing, and tribute bands are just exploding on the scene. And I really appreciate you taking some time out. So let's talk a little bit about your role with Reflex. You're the bass player. How did you get
Yeah.
started? Fill me in on what's going on with you there.
So Howard, who you spoke with previously, Howard and I had been in bands before, and he had met Stuart, the original singer, who I know Howard and Doug talked about that last time. When they started putting this project together, Stuart said, do you know a bass player who can play Duran Duran? Because it's a lot. The bass role in Duran Duran, as most people know, is it's a heavy lift. So he said, I need somebody who can play bass and sing. And Howard reached out and said, would you be interested in doing that? And I said, absolutely 100%. I would love to do a Duran Duran tribute and play the John Taylor role. My hair's not quite as nice as his, but I do enjoy it. It is incredibly fun and incredibly challenging at the same time to consistently churn out his phenomenal bass lines. So
Outstanding, outstanding. I have heard, well, overall, I think Duran Duran has fairly complicated music. And I mean, it takes a skilled set. It's not just some simple chords and you're singing a little bit. It's deep cut kind of stuff.
it is deceptively complex. I think because they're all such good-looking guys, they got the reputation of being just like a boy band with some instruments, and they're on the teen magazines back in the 80s. But they're all quite accomplished musicians and phenomenal songwriters, and the depth of their songs. It's you're right. It's work for every member of the band because it's so complex and so layered and so rhythmic and so I am thrilled to be in a band with musicians who can hold that off to the level that we do. It's just a thrill every night to walk on stage with them.
Outstanding, outstanding. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Chuck. He has a couple of questions to ask you about House of Blues show.
Sure.
Thanks, Harlan, and hi, Eric. I I'm here in Orlando, so I'm looking forward to seeing you this coming Saturday down at House of Blues.
Fantastic.
Have you performed there before?
This is our first time at House of Blues. We're very excited to be there. It's one of those venues that you want to work toward when you start, especially when you're doing a tribute. There are certain venues that you want to try to break into, and they actually called us. They had seen some video and heard some people talking about the band and went out and checked it out and called and said, "Hey, you know what? We need you guys in this venue." And we started talking about dates, and we're happy to have gotten it settled out. Hopefully, we'll be moving out to other House of Blues locations around the southeast. But yeah, we're really looking forward to it. We're excited to be joined by Zenyatta. They are a police tribute band. They're going to be opening the
Yes.
show for us. I've had heard phenomenal things about those guys, and I'm a huge police fan. So I think for people, this is sort of like a dream concert that could have been that never was. I mean, imagine being able to have seen the police and Duran Duran in their prime in the mid to late 80s. And hopefully that's what we can give people on Saturday night.
I'm looking forward to that. Do you know what whether you'll be performing first or will
Uh,
the Zendatta be next?
the Zenyatta will be going on first, and then we'll be finishing up the show.
Okay, that's great. Um, I see that your show you're putting some videos and things along with your to enhance your shows. Will that be part of the show at the House of Blues?
Absolutely, House of Blues has a great screen. It's probably 25 or 30 feet high, so they have a massive screen behind us. So all of the video will be going. We'll have the full effect for the show.
That sounds great. So I did check on the website and through Ticketmaster, there are tickets still available.
There are
There are
some, yeah.
some loge what they call loge seats, which are kind of balcony seats that are really good views. There's only about 6 or 8 of those left.
Yeah, that's
But
great.
yeah, it'll be Saturday, July 26th. I think the doors open at 6:30 and the show's supposed to start at 7:30 is my understanding.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. So come out and make sure you're there to see Zenyatta, who I'm looking forward to seeing them being a huge police fan. So, and then we'll be taking the stage shortly after those guys.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Chuck.
Outstanding. Jumping in on that video background, uh, one of my favorite songs, "A View to a Kill," you do the
Yeah.
James Bond 007 background. That's very, very cool. So
Yeah, Howard and Stewart worked tirelessly on putting together the concepts and then Stewart putting together the videos, and it really does. It enhances the show. It makes it a complete multimedia experience because that's what you expect when you go to see Duran Duran or lots of other bands. Is you expect expect that visual aspect, and we wanted to make sure we had that available as well. And so it is a lot of fun. And I've never seen the whole video show because I'm always facing the other way. And then when I go back and watch the videos, I'm focusing on, listening for things I can do better and just things that I like. So, but I've heard the video show is quite quite impressive.
it is, it is. So I asked Howard and Doug this, but so what is your favorite one or two songs to play? What are the ones that really get you going?
Um, I, Girls on Film is probably the most fun for me because it's the perfect combination of a really funky disco style bass line on top of this great rockish new wave. So it's fun to play and sing. Um, uh, of course, Rio is always a challenge because it is a relentless bass line. It just doesn't stop being active the whole time. So those two are definitely some of my favorites.
Excellent, excellent. Two of my favorites too, and I really did enjoy them. Um, so have you ever had the chance to attend a Duran Duran concert? Have you ever met the band at all or any interaction?
I've not had an opportunity to meet anyone in the band. I would love to sit with John Taylor and just pick his brain about his influences. And I know a lot of them. I recently read his autobiography, and for Duran Duran fans, we're lucky they're alive. Those guys, those guys were quite the partiers in their heyday. But I did see them the last time they were through Atlanta, and it was a fantastic show. And then Nile Rodgers and Chic opened up, so
Oh, wow.
that whole package for me was that was my heyday because I grew up starting with classic rock and prog rock and like Rush and The Who and Yes, and then but when like new wave came along and I started getting into new wave and then listening to funk and disco because that's where the bass lines were. that's where the great bass lines were. And so I gravitated toward that.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I sincerely appreciate you taking some time out to talk to us today. Is there any other shows you want to take a moment to plug? Well, definitely for the viewers, I'll put in the comments links to the website and stuff. But
Yeah,
what are
that would
some
be
shows
great.
coming up?
We've got a show coming up at the Boathouse in Charlotte, which is up near Lake Norman, which is a fantastic outdoor venue there. We'll be doing that show with another police tribute that are friends of ours called Synchronicity.
Okay.
Make sure you get out to that show. Big outdoor summer show. That will be an absolute blast. We're working on dates in North Carolina coming up and in South Carolina. So just keep an eye on the website. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll always be the first to know when we've got something on the calendar.
Excellent, excellent. And I will say you have a very professional website. Some tribute bands don't have the time to get that up. Yours is really good.
Well, thank you.
And it's very informative. So
That's all Howard. He does a great job with our marketing. So hats off to him for the work he puts in.
great, great. Well, one more shout out, House of Blues, Orlando, Florida, July 26th. Show starts at 7:30. Doors open at 6:30. Chuck will be there. If you go to the show and you see him, I'm sure he'll be in a Tribute Band Central shirt. Say hello. He'll shoot some video. We'll put you up on the channel because we're always looking for shout outs and super fan comments that we can put up. And like, share, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions for me or for Chuck or for Eric, or you just want to talk about Duran Duran, we're always happy to chat in the comments section. So thank you so much for supporting my channel and tuning in. And thank you, Eric. You have a great day.
Thank you, guys.
All
Take care.
right.
Take
Tribute
care.
Band Central.